All right, good day, guys. Good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. The support, as always, is much appreciated. Much appreciated. All right, so we're talking about Denzel Hall in this particular video. Some of you might have heard of this player before. Some of you might not have heard of this particular player before. He is not a current reggae boy, and I don't think we could even classify him as a current Jamaican player either. The last update that I heard surrounding this particular young man is that he is an incoming Jamaican player. From what credible sources have reported publicly, this young man is, last update I heard, is that he is sorting out paperwork to be able to represent Jamaica. That's what I heard from the last update. I would imagine that if anything had changed, we would have gotten another update. But that's the last update I heard surrounding this particular player. So if he is an incoming Jamaican player, why not talk about him, right? If he is, an incoming Jamaica reggae boy, why not speak on him? This particular transfer happened, I think, 2 days ago. I'm only getting a chance to talk about it now, right? I was supposed to do a video on it previously, but I'm only getting a chance to talk about it now. Potential reggae boy Denzel Hall makes transfer move to the Netherlands Eredivisie. The first time I heard about this young man was a couple of years ago. I was first introduced to him when he was still in the youth ranks of Feyenoord. That is when I first learned of his eligibility to play for Jamaica. Normally, I try and find an interview where the player is talking about his just concluded transfer move, and I play that interview for you guys. I did find an interview with this young man, but the interview is in another language. I can't tell you what language it is. I don't know, but it is in another language. It wouldn't make sense to play it for you guys. You guys wouldn't be able to understand what he is saying. Guys, hit me up in the comment section. Is there any kind of instrument tool that I could use to put the translation of what the player is saying on the screen, have the translation of what the player is saying on the screen in English subtitles? Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know. By the way, also hit me up in the comment section and let me know. Does this young man speak English? For those hardcore Reggae Boyz fans that know of this player, Denzel Hall, does this young man speak English? As any of you, do any of you know of him personally, or have seen interviews with him speaking English? Hit me up in the comment section, let me know, because that would be a very interesting dynamic if a player joins up with the national team and doesn't speak the common tongue. That would be a very interesting dynamic. I mean, the Jamaica Football Federation don't already have problems finding resources to hire personnel, that they need, much less, to find resources to hire a translator for this young man. I don't know if he speaks English or not. That's why I'm asking you. But, the language that he was speaking, I mean, if I were to take a guess, it was Dutch. He was speaking Dutch. From what I understand, he was born and bred in the Netherlands, even though he does have Jamaican roots. Don't quote me on this, but if memory serves me right, an individual close to the situation a while back did tell me that his Jamaican roots are on his father's side. I'm going off memory, and the person did tell me that a while ago. So don't quote me on that. But if I'm not mistaken, going off memory, his Jamaican roots are on his father's side. All right, he is heading to Dutch Eredivisie club Heerenveen. I think is how you pronounce this club, SC Heerenveen. Hopefully I got the pronunciation right. Basically, it's the Eredivisie club with the hearts on it. Seeing the Dutch Eredivisie club with the hearts on the badge and the hearts on the kit. I'm sure you guys have seen that badge and that kit before. That's the football club that he is going to. You guys see the kit and the badge on your screen. And he is a right fullback. That's his main position, even though he can play in a number of positions. By the way, this young man was also in Jamaica earlier in the summer, according to his Instagram account. So I don't know if he was here sorting out documentation or stuff relating to that, or he was just on vacation, but he was in Jamaica earlier on in the summer with his girlfriend. Seen? All right. This deal is being reported to be a 4-year deal, right? And, you know, so, and he is coming from Feyenoord, right? As mentioned earlier, he was at Feyenoord. This particular young man, Denzel Hall, is a former Netherlands U15, U16, and U17 representative. So he does have some quality. He has played with the Netherlands youth teams, like the Netherlands national youth teams, right? So this is another like a fenke baller. Seen? And by the way, he is 22 years of age. Relatively young man. He's 22 years of age. He came up through the ranks at Feyenoord, played for their U17, U18, U19, U21, and also the senior team, the Feyenoord senior team, that big club in the Netherlands. He has represented their senior team. They're the reigning Eredivisie champions, by the way. Seen? Last season, he was on loan at Den Haag from Feyenoord, and Den Haag was in the Netherlands second division, right? And he was a starter at Den Haag in the Dutch second tier. In the 2022-2023 campaign, out of the 38 games that Den Haag played, he was in the squad for 32 of those 38 games, and he started all 32 games that he was in the squad, in the Den Haag squad. Den Haag played 4 games in the cup, and this young man, Denzel Hall, was in the squad for 3 of the 4 games, and he started all 3 games that he was in the matchday squad. So every game that he's in the matchday squad for Den Haag last season, he started for them. Fair to say he was a very integral piece of the Den Haag puzzle last season. This new deal with this particular club is a 4-year deal that takes him up to 2027 as a SC Heerenveen player. Seen? The season before that, the 2021-2022 campaign, when he first got moved up in the Feyenoord senior team, he was in the Feyenoord Eredivisie squad on 7 occasions. He was substituted. He only made 2 appearances out of those 7 matchday squad appearances, and he was substituted in both those games. He was also in the Europa Conference League Feyenoord squad 4 times in the 2021-2022 campaign. He didn't make an appearance, but he was in the matchday squad on 4 occasions, including both semi-final games, first and second leg, and also the final. You remember that inaugural Conference League season where Feyenoord went to the finals and lost to Roma? This young man was on the Feyenoord bench in that final against Jose Mourinho's Roma. See, he did make an appearance for Feyenoord in the Conference League, though. The record does state, though, that this young man has had injury issues in the past, so that is, you know, something interesting that should be noted as well with this particular young man. All right. Before we get into the article on your screen, a bit more information on this club, Heerenveen. They have won a Dutch Cup, only one Dutch Cup in the 2008-2009 campaign. Their highest place finish in modern times is a second place finish in the 1999-2000 campaign. Almost said the 2099 campaign. The 1999-2000 campaign was their highest place finish in the Dutch Eredivisie in modern times, a second place finish. However, they did have 6 consecutive First Division titles. They won 6 consecutive First Division titles in ancient times between the 1945-1946 campaign and the 1950-1951 campaign. So way back in the day, this club was a dominant club in the Dutch First Division. This football club has been in the Dutch first tier for 31 consecutive seasons now. The last 31 consecutive seasons from the 1992-1993 campaign, this football club has been in the Dutch Eredivisie in the non-stop 31 consecutive seasons. In the last 15 seasons, apart from 3 fifth-place finishes, SC Heerenveen has hovered between 7th place and 12th place. So I think it's fair to say that this football club is a solid, especially in the last 15 seasons, a solid Eredivisie mid-table club. Seen in the last 5 seasons, in specific, in the last 5 seasons, the 2022-2023 campaign, they finished 8th in the Eredivisie. The 2021-2022 campaign, another 8th place finish as well. The 2020-2021 campaign, they finished in 12th. The 2019-2020 campaign, they finished 10th. And the 2018-2019 campaign, they finished 11th. That's a little bit of history as it pertains to this football club. Now we're going to get in the article on your screen. SC Heerenveen brings Denzel Hall to Friesland. Denzel Hall plays for SC Heerenveen. The right back comes over from Feyenoord and signs a contract for 4 seasons in Friesland. The 22-year-old defender will play with the shirt number 2. Hall made his debut in professional football on behalf of Feyenoord in January 2022. Last season, the defender was rented out. Interesting terminology. Rented out to other Den Haag. There, the born Rotterdammer came to 32 competition matches in the Kitchen Champion Division. After the departure of Milan van Ewijk, don't know how you pronounce that. Anyways, we were able to switch quickly, says General Manager Ferry Den Haan. Denzel is a right wing back but can also play in other positions in defense. He is a player with a lot of speed and drive. Moreover, he wants to invest in himself to become a better footballer here. Excellent development in the coming season. So that's the article on the SC Heerenveen website talking about this particular transfer move. Again, this young man is a 22-year-old right back. Interestingly enough, last season for other Den Haag, even though right back was his main position, he also played as a centre-back, right midfielder, and a right winger. Can also play right wing back as well. Seen? So very versatile player. I haven't watched him in quite a while. I have watched performances with him though. Not many, a couple, but I watched those a while ago, so I don't remember much about how he played. For those of you who have never seen the young man play before, I watched a couple of games with him when I first got introduced to him a while ago. What I can remember about how he played was that he seemed to have been, from the couple of appearances that I saw, he seemed to have been a very attacking-minded kind of a player and good going forward. I remember that. He made an impression going forward, that's for sure. So that's the most I remember off the top of my head to tell you about this young man. Seeing what potential reggae boy Denzel Hall makes transfer move. Thought we'd talk about it because, again, credible sources have indicated this boy is on his way into the Jamaica Reggae Boyz setup scene. We wish Denzel all the best in his transfer move, and hopefully he can get a lot of game time in the Dutch Eredivisie. I'm sure that that is the reason for this particular move, to get him regular minutes in a Dutch first tier team. See, knock up the like button, subscribe and share. Free and easy ways to support the channel. Stay safe, guys. Take care, and until next time.